Up in the sky, far away, there's a magic world where we play. So come along with me, and you'll be happy. Oh, you'll be happy. Oh, I swear you'll be happy. Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome to episode 11 of our Sky Bees 2 series, where after the last episode, I've calmed down a lot, I had a good night's rest. Those 3 episodes, 8, 9, and 10, were all recorded over the course of the same day, albeit, or maybe it was 2 days, it was the last weekend. Not all in one sitting, I got up and mowed at one point. It was all one day. Oh no. I wasn't able to get feedback until, well, actually, technically speaking, I've still not gotten any feedback on episode 7, 8, or 9. Or sorry, 8, 9, or 10. 8 and 9 just finished uploading, and I haven't edited 10 yet. But I got some feedback on episode 7 from Lucas Kits that sort of pointed me in what I think will end up being the right direction for our bees. And I did also look up a wiki for just vanilla Minecraft bees. Well, no, I didn't look up a wiki. I googled Minecraft bees and I ended up on a web page that was made right after bees were first added to Minecraft, meaning that some of the information may now be dated. I'm unsure. But what I know now, though, is that there's no need for us to freak out, because all together, coming together as a community, we're going to figure this out. No matter what, we're going to figure out what to do with bees. Now, I've been looking into this quite a bit, and I think that the first thing I want to do is just go ahead and take a nap, so we prevent sky demons from coming to sup upon my flesh, which would be less than ideal. The next thing that we want to do is, here's what I'm thinking. So Lucas Kits left a comment and mentioned, I didn't quite follow it, because it's one of those things, I'm pulling it up now, where if you, I'm not pulling it up now, I'm signed into the wrong account, I have to swap account. You're gonna have to just give me a moment here. I should have had it ready to go at the start of the video, and I did not. That is on me, and again, by the time you're watching this video, I've probably gotten more comments, but that's not relevant, because what's relevant is what's happening right now, in this moment, with the information we currently have. So just stay calm, sit tight, and let me scroll. It'll all be alright. Here we go. Lucas mentioned that you want to separate bees by type. Use bee jars to bring them wherever you need them. Okay, that's good to know. Can't fit through slabs. A good way to interact with them where they can't escape. And then bees require 2 things. A hive. So we have a beehive. We're good to go there. And then also a pollen block. Each has a different block they need to be able to touch the top of to create honey. For cobble bees, it's cobble. For wood bees, it's logs. But other bees are harder to match, and JEI will tell you what block is needed. So I don't know if that means that in order to get our sand, again, as of this exact moment, no one has actually seen the fact that I even have a sand bee, or that we had and lost a gravel bee. But what I think that means is that we need to have a sand block for it to, like, nuzzle up against, and that's how it's going to create sand. It gets, like, sand pollen from it, maybe? And I noticed that there is nectar, and I don't know what that does to the bees, but I know you need honey to get it. So I'm starting to think that maybe what we should have done, again, a lot of this is still speculation on my part, but I think that what we probably should have done early on was create regular bees and then get the honey from them and use that maybe to make nectar. Because if you look up nectar, or nectar, you see there's a bunch of different types of nectar, right? So you have a refined glowstone bee nectar block, or clay bee nectar block, which requires water honeycomb and sand honeycomb. I don't know if that is a similar or a different thing. I don't know if that's better than just putting down a piece of sand. What I do know is this. I don't want my bees to escape. That's going to be a bit of a hassle moving forward. So here's what I've decided to dedicate this episode to. Not interacting or engaging with the bees in any way, and I'm also not going to replant any trees for right now, because this is going, and I'm sure we're doing fine. We have absolutely no leaves in here at all, so I was completely wrong. We're not doing fine. Lucas also recommended, Lucas has been playing along with us and is ahead of us and knows a lot, apparently. Recommended automating the crushers using the clay-based hoppers that you can build, these brick hoppers, which is actually kind of a brilliant idea. I don't know if you could set them up with like a cobble gen and then have a hopper on top of the cobble gen feeding into a crusher, and then have a second crusher. What I'm thinking is you need basically 3 cobble gens. One to make cobble, and then one to have that cobble immediately be made into gravel, and then another one to have the cobble be made into gravel to be made into sand, which sounds like a cool thing that maybe we should automate first? Possibly, and the reason I say that is because I don't know how long this build process is going to be over here. What I was going to do, and what we're still going to do, maybe not in this exact moment, but the plan is to build out that way using cobblestone, because big brain energy, I remembered that even if we can't build a chisel now, you can make a chisel and chisel blocks that have already been placed. You don't have to pick them back up. So we can go ahead and build things out of cobblestone, and then if it might turn out later that cobblestone has something really nice that can be chiseled into, we can just change it, and if not, we're stuck with cobblestone. It's ugly. Cobblestone has a reputation of being hideously ugly for a reason. And yeah, I suppose we could like bend all of our efforts on the furnaces over here to start converting large quantities of cobblestone into regular stone. And even as I say it, I feel suddenly compelled to just do that, and I don't know why. I'm not sure what is this compulsion I have in my soul. It's just happening now. There's no going back from it. That's just been done. Now, the last 2 videos that I edited, 8 and 9, and I've not done 10 yet, but I have a feeling it'll be the same, they all felt very disjointed, like I wasn't heading in any particular direction, and was just reacting wildly to the random things happening around me, and that's not going to be the case today, because today I have made the decision that we are going to go ahead and we're going to automate the crushers, and then we'll work on building a dirt platform out first, and then a cobblestone frame, and then like an atrium, but for bees, a beatrium, if you will. That sounds like something you would find next to the ocean. Maybe because, like, beatrium, I'm not sure. We're doing pretty good, though, over here. That's good to see. So, we already have 2 crushers. We're going to need an additional crusher, and I think we probably already have the recipe for that pulled up over here, so we're good to go there, and I know that we've got plenty of smooth stone tucked away someplace. I just don't know where exactly. We made so much extra smooth stone, didn't we? So I'm not crazy. There it is right there in my inventory. Let's go ahead then, if we can, and we will make ourselves an additional cast iron gear and then an additional crusher, but we will need bog standard stone for that, which we don't have any of in our inventory at the present moment, but now we have 8 of because we put them in the furnace earlier. And I would like to say that that was a grand plan on my part, but alas, it was actually just a pure coinkydink that I did that because we wanted to use, I guess are we going to go with stone bricks maybe? Or whatever it's called, like the stone block. Let's actually see what we can do with stone. So we know that if we have a regular old stone, and we look at the uses for that, oh gosh, there's so many recipes you can use. I want to just look at like stone bricks or whatever. We're probably just going to go with stone bricks. And I know that if we put that into a chisel, which isn't going to show up here for whatever reason, we could probably turn it into a multitude of other interesting looking things. But for right now, let's focus in on one task at a time. So I now have a great selection of brickage here. And I'm not sure if I picked them all up there. I don't think any would have flown off the world. I'd like to think not at least. But, I'm sorry, is there water running off the back of this? There is. Has there been some sort of a breach under the water here? Oh, it just flows over the slabs. Of course it does. I kind of love that. That's great. That might come in handy if we accidentally fall at some point. If we can direct ourselves fast enough into the water stream, we can get ourselves back up here. So that we might just consider that a safety feature of the base of operations at this point. And a very needed one is at that. So the next thing that we're going to need to do is make some more lava. Because we're going to need to make 2 more. We need to make 2 more of the cobblestone generators. Now, we might not need to. If we could figure out a clever way to divert cobble out of here into these contraptions. How quickly does one of these use cobblestone? Hold on just a moment. Let me check. I put one of these in here. Not nearly as fast as it's being generated. Well, you know how this has, it's a double chest. If we put, say, a hopper underneath one side of the chest, would this pop it in there and then that pull it out? Would that work? But then we would need it to go into another double chest so they could split yet again. And this might be easier in the future when we have more materials on hand to work with, but I think we could possibly make this work with a single cobble gen. Hold on. Let me collect this one. Can I break this with a pickaxe? We're about to find out. If not, I'll be heartbroken. We absolutely can. Okay, and then we also need both of our crushers here. So, the way that I sort of see this working, and I guess I might as well just build it back here, because where else am I going to go with it, is we'll need to have, I guess, some chests. So let's make those first. And hopefully I've got plenty of wood on me. I do! Okay, I was about to say that I don't, but I do. So we'll create one single chest, because for some reason that's how much plankage I made, just enough for that. And then we'll make 2 additional ones. And we'll have a chest here and a chest here, but not like that. I don't think I want them to be connected. I don't think that I want them to be connected. We might even be better off building storage shelves, because those could be upgraded in the long... Oh yeah, actually, let's do that. So we will need these chests as well. But let's go ahead and collect this one. And you'll see where I'm going with all this, I promise you. I know this has nothing to do with bees. We're gonna get back to the bees. I just need a moment to not be looking at bees. So please just give me that moment. I'm begging you. Give me just a moment to not be dealing with bees. Thank you. Okay, so a regular old storage drawer. Apparently, we need to look up the storage drawer. There we go. We're looking for a 1x1, which is going to require a singular chest here, and then planks to the top and bottom. There we go. There's one of them. Apparently, that was a quest. I did not realize that. I don't know which quest that would be. We're getting close to doing all the ones on this page. It doesn't look like any of these have anything to do with storage drawers. That's a beehive. So where do we... Oh, storage. It's literally right there. Yeah, look at this. You got your iron chests and your copper chests. You got your compact chests, your compact barrels, your compact backpacks. It's a weird flappy sound in the back of my throat. I apologize for that. A network cable. Oh my gosh, is this like refined storage nonsense? I'm here for that. I'm definitely here for that. Compacting drawers. I don't know what that does. I know what a drawer controller does. Those are really cool, and we're definitely going to be building one of those in the future. Mark my words. We've already built a 2x2. I guess it doesn't know that. Maybe we can go pick one up here in a minute and it'll know. We'll need to make a 1x2. I'm not sure about the compacting drawer. I think that I know it. Maybe it automatically compacts, like if you put cobblestone in it, maybe it makes compact cobblestone, or the, well, whatever it's called. Is it compacted cobblestone? What is it? Compressed cobblestone. It might automatically compress things. I might be completely wrong on that, though. I don't know. We do need more of these, though, so we'll go back into the crafting table, which I moved a mere 2 episodes ago, and I'm still not used to its new location. So that's going to be the second one here. So one of these is going to be for sand, and one of these is going to end up being for gravel, and I don't know if it'll actually end up being right there. On top of that, we're going to need a number of hoppers. Hoppers also require chests, meaning that we're going to have to build more chests. It's a never-ending stream of construction, and in fact, I know we're going to have to build another one after this as well, but for the time being, 2 hoppers. And then, yeah, we're going to have to, like, get these level in some way. So there we go. I'm trying to think about how this is going to work. Maybe we should have built it from the top down, I don't know. On top of one of these is going to be a crusher. So we know that this crusher is maybe going to go here, okay? And we assume that that's going to work. If we just throw a bit of, say, gravel in there, let's go ahead and see if it automatically turns that into sand and drops it down into here. Yes, indeed, that has 1 sand. And then this one is going to be for the gravel. But that means that we need... It's already getting confusing, isn't it? Again, I'm sure that this is going to be a... Not temporary, but short-term is what I'm going to call it. A short-term solution to these issues. We're going to find something different at some point, I'm sure. Let's try to keep it a bit compact, though. Instead of putting all of these hoppers one on top of the other, which is what I just did. Oh, hopefully that went down into here. Where did that go? Okay, it's right there. Let's hop into the side of it. That way we can kind of keep it a little bit more under control, right? So if we put that there, and we have a crusher on top. And then we have a... Let me think about this. In my head, moments ago, this made perfect sense, and I knew exactly what I was doing. But that was moments ago, and since then moments have passed. And everything has changed in my life. The world is constantly renewing. Your own cells are constantly breaking down, dissipating into the ether, and being replaced with new ones. So if you're trying to rush me right now, I'm going to need you to calm right on down and be patient here. We need to have another hopper. Right there. Right, and then we can have this one, and then this one. Okay, yes, this is starting to take shape. What was in my mind's eye is starting to form before me in the actual real world, and it is a sight to behold. So now we need this hopper here, and we need our other drawer. So this drawer goes down here, and then it needs a hopper. All right, there we go. Both of these will convert gravel or cobblestone into gravel. The difference is this one will store the gravel, and then this one will put it into here, making it sand, and then putting it into here. So now comes the tricky bit, where we've got to make cobblestone and have it be delivered into both of these. So I might actually go ahead and... I'm thinking, if we just put a double chest up there, and we just, okay, if we just put, we're figuring this out together as a family. All right, babe, listen to Grandpuff, he's gonna walk you through it. If we put a double chest on top of this mess that we've constructed, if we even can, let's see. There we go. And then, nope, yep, there we go. Now we have to get from here into there. I think if we just put this down, possibly even just next to it, it might go ahead and deposit cobblestone in there. But that is false and a lie. Unless it ought to... No. Yeah, no, that's not how that works at all. Does it have to be on top, though? I don't know if it does. It's weird that it's not producing any at the moment. Alright, well, let me just go ahead and collect that, then. Oh my gosh, it takes forever. It might actually have to have the storage device on top. Well, wait a minute. Let's just create a test chest. Try saying that 3 times fast. Test chest, test chest, test chest. I did it, but it's trickier than it seems. And then what if I put this here and I put this on top? Does it care? Apparently it does. Apparently it really does care. It's not going to put anything in there. In that case, if we place this chest on top, what happens then? That's just not the top. That's just wrong. That's not what I wanted to do at all. There we go. Apparently it was storing a few of them inside of it from the last couple of attempts. So that's good. At least now we've kind of confirmed that. So we're going to need, I guess, yet another hopper. And I'll explain why as we go. But we should have more clay in here. So create me some more clay balls, and then create me... We don't really need that many more. We'll go ahead and make a whole batch more. Never mind. I take it all back. We'll just go ahead and max it out. Oh, look, we already had clay balls here to begin with! Apparently. That's good to know. We're going to need to make another hopper. And we're going to need to make... We don't really need a double chest, I don't think. But then again, if it works fast enough to fill a double chest with cobblestone and still have some additional cobblestone for this horrible mess I've made, then bully for us, I guess. It's all for the better in the end. So let's collect all of our... Oh, baby! I just keep burning myself on that, aren't I, apparently? That's grand. Hey, can I use ceramic shears on these animals to get feathers? There was a... I'm not crazy. There was a mod pack in which you could actually shear all of the animals, not just, like, the sheep. And that's pretty wild to think about. But it worked. Apparently you can use these on these as well, once these have honey or whatever in them to get, like, honeycomb. So I wasn't familiar that that's how you dealt with bees. I didn't know you used shears on their hives. You learn something new every day, I guess. But let's go ahead and make one final hopper. Well, we hope one final hopper for this little situation here. And then this will be the final step. We have... I did say that we would need 2 chests, but then I made 2 chests, but then one of the chests was used in the hopper. That's on me. So we have a... I'm just thinking about something. Give me a moment. I wonder if you can hop directly into these. Oh, yeah, there's nothing hopping into those right now. I just put a chest on top of it like that was going to be all it took. Like I'm some sort of buffoon man. I'm not a buffoon man. I promise you. I'm not a buffoon man. I just didn't think about it. So obviously we're going to need to create 2 more chests so that we can create 2 more hoppers. I'm not a buffoon man, I promise. Obviously, I see the mistake now that I made, and I'm going to correct it right now. I'm admitting to it live on national well, no, here on this YouTube video. I'm acknowledging the fact that, yes, contrary to what many of you may have thought, I am in fact mortal. So, should we put the hoppers off the back? No, because then they'll be dangling off the world, and if I shrek something up and I need to redo it, it's going to be a disaster. So let's see if that works. If I go ahead and throw some cobblestone in there, it looks like, yes, in fact, that is working. But I think this one has sand in it, so that's not gonna work. I don't even... Oh, it's gonna go over to here, where... Wait, I'm confused now. What did I put up there? I don't understand anymore. Where did it go? What did I put in there? If I just add some, like, cobblestone, what happens next? So that's going to go into there, and that's going to become gravel, and that's going to become sand. Surely it's going to go into here and then get stuck, right? Because... Apparently not. Did I put cobblestone in there? There's 5 sand in there now. I thought I put gravel. Listen. My brain hurts. Leave me alone. Now we need the chests. And this is going to be the chest where the... Oh, no, no, no. No, no. No, no, no. Oh, don't go in there. Oh, you can't go in there. You cannot do anything in there. That's going to be a waste. Okay, there we go. 1 big chest. And then finally, at long last, we need to somehow figure out how to get... If I put this here, right? If I, like, somehow manage to... There we are. And then we build the other double chest. There we go. And now we put this down. That'll start dumping cobblestone into here, which will eventually... I mean, I think it's not going to put any in over here. Oh, it is. It's not putting in any over here, though, is the issue. Because what's going to happen is it's going to try to fill this up first, and then it's going to try to fill all of these up, and then only when it gets down to here will it start depositing them into this one. That's the problem with this. This is why I thought about building a second cobblestone generator, because if we had a second one, then we could have one going into here and one going into here. But here's something that we haven't thought about yet, or maybe you have, and I'm not giving you the credit you're due. We can also just go ahead and transfer all of this cobblestone that we have directly, like, I mean, first off, we can fill up this machine, and then we can fill up this hopper, and then we can fill all of these in, and then once it breaks past about the halfway point, it should start dropping them into both of them. Here's the question, though. Is 1 cobblegen going to be enough to keep both sides saturated and keep itself full? I don't know. I have no answers for you. If you know, comment down below and let me know what your current theory is, and we'll find out whether or not you're right in, well, a few moments. But don't cheat. Don't just skip ahead in the video or wait till later to comment, because you also have to go back and update your comment about whether or not you were right. And if you were, it doesn't matter, because there's no, like, prize or anything. And I don't think anyone's going to be paying enough attention to, like, give you massive kudos in the chat. To, like, I think a lot of people would just call you probably a liar if you were like, yeah, I knew that this would or would not work. I was right. They'll just be like, well, I don't believe you. And then what are you going to do? Then you're just going to be arguing with people in the comment section of a YouTube video. And that is a sheer sign of lunacy. And there is nothing to be gained from it. So remember, the ultimate goal is for that to eventually maintain here. It's not. This is actually draining faster than our single cobblestone generator can keep up with, which is a gosh darn shame, because it means that we're going to have to make another cobblestone generator. But I'm wondering if we can't make lava more quickly using these. now that we have cobblestone, can we turn cobblestone into lava? Absolutely. Well, no, we can make cobblestone. I want to make lava, though. So how do I do that? 4 cobblestone will make 1 lava in the hot one. See, this is going to be super easy. We can go ahead and just grab some cobblestone out of here, tell the super hot one that we would like lava, and boom! Go! It doesn't even need to be compressed. Compressed dirt? You'd need compressed dirt, 2 compressed dirt to get lava. But now it's just 4 cobblestone. And we just got to be a little bit patient with it. And that'll spit that out. In the meantime, we should go ahead and, I guess, get a jump start on... We have a ceramic bucket for it. And do we have a spare ceramic bucket somewhere? I think that one that we currently have in our inventory is our spare ceramic bucket. So no, we're going to need to make an additional one and go ahead and just get that fired. The sacrificial one. We'll cook it on the same place we're making the lava. Why not? And of course the lava will get automatically dumped into here, where it's all out of leaves, so that automation and that automation is stalled. But we do have quite a bit of dirt in here now, which I like to see. We're going to need that because we're going to need it for the Beatrium, which is just what we're going with that title. How am I going to do this now? Am I going to just create another one to the other side? It looked like 2 ears of the world's ugliest creature. We'll just have it come off this other side and do the exact same thing. So what do I need? I need 3 more chests, I guess. I'm starting to run out of wood. I mean, in my inventory. I've got plenty up here. I don't know how much I've got. Oh, that's about how much I've got up there. 4 stacks of 64, is that right? Plus 15? That's not too bad. Get over here, you. Got our ceramic bucket ready to go. What else did we need for that? I think we needed a piece of glass, and then you do need some cobblestone, and one of these will need to have water in it, so we'll go ahead and get that squared away. And then finally, yeah, a load of chests. 3 chests to be precise. I got enough wood here to make 2, like an absolute boot. And gosh darn it, I don't know how I managed to do... Well, I do know how I managed to do that. Through sheer not paying attention. I was going to say incompetence, but it's not really incompetence. If I'd thought about it, I would have done it right. I just didn't think about it. Maybe not thinking about it is in itself its own type of incompetence. I'll leave that for you folks to decide, again, in the comments section. When you can, like, answer that question when you go in there to call someone a liar later, which is apparently something you're all itching to do. I mean, I don't know why. Look, maybe they did actually accurately predict that. You don't know. There's no need to be mean about it, okay? Just, let's all be friends here, alright, babe? Listen to Grandpuff. He knows what he's talking about. Alright, Little Engine should be seen and not heard. That's a clue if you haven't figured out who Grandpuff is yet. What was I doing? Hopper! Right. Okay. Brick hopper. We've got 4 chests now, because I forgot that we broke a chest earlier, so we really didn't need to make more of them. That was just me being a foolish, funny fool. Let's see if I can do this from memory. Cobble, glass, and then I don't think this matters. I think you can put these in here in either position, and it'll make a cobble gen tier 1. We'll tuck this one away on this side. We'll do the exact same ridiculous design. Once more, I want to point out that this is probably not... I mean, no, this is definitely not the best way to build this. I can guarantee it. Look, I can't even get up there anymore to actually manufacture this thing. You know what? To heck with it. There we go. That worked. I'm not happy about it, but it did work. And then we have our... There we go. So we now have 2 cobble gens. Should we face this one the other direction? Not because we need to, mind you. Not because it benefits us in any way, but because then they'll be sort of, like, opposingly symmetrical, if that makes sense. Oh, no matter what direction you face it, I guess it's, like, globally aligned? That's unfortunate, because I would have liked to have the lava and the water be in the same positions. But now, what we should see is that not only is it stable, but the cobble gen is growing. So this chest will eventually be full, and these 2 chests to either side will be full, so I'll have plenty... It kind of looks like a little person. It kind of looks like a big, muscular robot that's about to, like, stomp around, like, fee, fi, fo, fummy, I've got a rumbly in my tumbly. It's probably not what it's singing, but let's go ahead and break the crafting station. I've never been pleased with its current placement. Can we just tuck it away back here out of sight? Perfect. Now I'll definitely never remember where it is. And then the bed's gotta go somewhere else. Goodness. Maybe right here. That's gonna block the way to the Beatrium. That's gonna block a couple of those. Can I sleep there? Is that going to be okay? This place is way too crowded. We need more space. That's on me. I could literally just make the place bigger. But now we have 2 stacks plus 19 of gravel and 2 stacks plus 15 of sand. And the only reason that this is less than this is because I set this one up later, right? Like this one was going for a little bit longer. But now we've got tons of sand and tons of gravel being automatically produced, which I think is a good step in the right direction. This isn't really working out for us. We'll either need to make an additional hopping bonsai with a tree in it or find a better soil type if we have a look at a botany pot. Or better yet, if we look at saplings, right, and we look at uses and we look at a botany pot, it'll kind of cycle through here. And there is a way to make it stop on these. I forgot what it was. It's shift. You hold down shift and it'll like freeze these from moving, and you can get a better idea of like, okay, so apparently if we have sky slime grass, let's jump higher and spawn sky slimes in the overworld. Very cool. And also greatly accelerates the growth modifier there. That's a pretty good one to have. Apparently Podzol's good too. Fertilized farmland is good. Golden grass. I don't know what any of these are. Mostly just like grass and soil. What about regular grass? I wonder what kind of growth modifier that has. Dirt has no modifiers, right? A bloody nilium, which that's scary sounding. A regular grass block, if we could get that in there, if we had something like Silk Touch and we could pick up a piece of grass, would be pretty decent. But yeah, I mean, we could just like, I guess, click on one of these and figure out how to make it. So sky slime, let's see, sky slime, here we go, grass. It literally does not have a recipe, none of these do. So clicking on them is a waste of my time. What if we just looked up like grass and we looked at all the different options here? Vivid grass? You can't click on any of these. I'll have to figure it out myself. That's fine. I know how to make a grass path. I don't know how to pick it up after that. And then there's also soil as an option. Or Podzol? What are you? Apparently that's just regular old Minecraft, but it requires here a metallurgic infuser and a chemical tank, or biofuel or chemical tank. That sounds disgusting and I don't like it. Somehow, this discussion and this tiny task that we've accomplished here today has eaten up literally all of our time. We've now run the full 30 minutes that I normally try to make these. So, I mean, there you are. We built a little robot man, and that has automated the production of gravel and sand. So hopefully you folks have enjoyed this. And this has been, like, hopefully this has lived up to your expectations for this series. However low they may be, hopefully they've been met. And you feel satisfied with the content that I've presented you with here today. If not, feel free to write your local senator and let him know. Because heaven knows they'll care more than I do. Oh, shoot. You know what I forgot all about was keeping this going. Imagine how much stone we could have for this ridiculous little operation of ours if I had actually maintained throughout the entire course of this video, instead of neglecting it like the simple fool that I am. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, check this out. We've got some stone bricks to work with. Let's go ahead and not lay down the first bit of the path. I was trying to like finish this on sort of a forward-looking note, and the only way I can think to do that is by getting a bit of dirt here. And we're going to do the same thing we did there, because we want the grass to spread. We want there to be grass where the bees go. We don't want the bees to be unhappy with a grassless situation. So I think someone commented and mentioned that the slabs need to be the other direction to prevent monster spawns. I know. We talked about this in the first episode. I don't care. We were just doing it because we could get more mileage that way. And then we just... at some point, I decided that I would just use full blocks, and we're not going back. Not going back now. Because we can produce torches, and have been able to for a while now, I don't see a reason to go back. Here we go, folks. Our first stone brick construction. How about that? And then from there, we'll branch out. I don't know how big this place is going to be. I don't know exactly how it's going to look. What I do know is that I've messed up already. And we'll figure it all out together as a family, all right, babe? As a family unit, me and you and your good old grandpuff next time. Thank you, folks, for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!